Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Breaking Ground. I am Swati Joshi. Let me first tell you what is the top focus at 5. From Sansad to Sadak, disruption seems to be opposition's only mantra. Parliament adjourned sine die with Lok Sabha functioning for only 37 hours out of the scheduled 126 hours. All opposition MPs boycott Speaker's Tea Party, in which Prime Minister said Gandhis are insecure and blocking the growth of young leaders. That's going to be our debate. Next, we'll talk about how the group of ministers accepted Centre's proposal to reduce slabs under GST from 4 to 2. We will tell you in detail, in deep dive, which slabs will go and what is expected to get cheaper for the Aam Aadmi. In Janata's take, the Parliament has passed an online gaming bill that bans all pay and play apps. Will this stop people from gambling their lives, or will it push them towards illegal platforms? What's your view on it? We'll find that out in Janata's take. Let's get you all the stories in detail. So disruption, ruckus, sloganeering, protest. That's all we witnessed during this entire session. Over the past 30 days, this is the model Congress and the entire opposition followed in the Parliament in an attempt to bring attention to their vote chori raga. Lok Sabha was today adjourned sine die amid constant sloganeering by the opposition MPs. There should have been 21 sittings. Total work hours should have been 126 hours. But due to the uproar, the House could function only for 37 hours and just 13 bills were passed. Speaker Om Birla expressed his disgust with the way opposition MPs behaved throughout the entire session. He labelled the sloganeering and ruckus by the opposition bench as planned, reminding them of their responsibility to maintain decorum.
हम सभी ने सत्र के प्रारंभ में तय किया था कि हम इस सत्र में 120 घंटे चर्चा करेंगे। बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी में भी इस पर सहमति बनी थी, लेकिन लगातार गतिरोध और नियोजित व्यवधान के कारण हम केवल 37 घंटे ही चर्चा कर पाए। माननीय सदस्यगण, हम सब जनप्रतिनिधि के रूप में हमारे आचरण, हमारी कार्यप्रणाली को पूरा देश देखता है। जनता हमें बहुत उम्मीदों के साथ सुनकर यहां पर भेजती है ताकि हम उनकी समस्याएं और व्यापक जनहित के मुद्दों पर, महत्वपूर्ण विधेयकों पर व्यापक चर्चा कर सकें, मर्यादित चर्चा कर सकें। लेकिन पिछले कुछ दिनों से मैं देख रहा हूं कि सदन में सार्थक मर्यादा परंपराओं के अनुरूप चर्चा नहीं हो रही।
So the tussle between the government and opposition continued even after Lok Sabha got adjourned. The entire opposition boycotted Speaker's customary Tea Party invite. In that meeting, Prime Minister Modi had some tough words to say for the opposition, especially the Gandhi Parivar. Sources say the Prime Minister felt Rahul Gandhi is insecure and nervous by his party men, the young leaders of the party, especially those from his party, and that's why these deliberate disruptions were carried out. Prime Minister also reportedly said that bright young netas are not getting a chance to speak due to one family's insecurity. Sources say Om Birla also expressed his disappointment with opposition's behavior during the entire session. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju has hit out at the opposition for creating ruckus and refusing to cooperate. He also said Vipaksh missed an opportunity to participate in key bills that were passed. However, the Congress party has gone after Rijiju, calling him unparliamentary minister whose party demolished all parliamentary standards.
Opposition MPs, विशेष करके जो नए MPs है, उसको बोलने का मौका नहीं मिला। उसका जिम्मेदार है ऑपोजिशन पार्टी के खुद नेता लोग। हाउस को इतना डिस्टर्ब किया और इम्पोर्टेंट बिल्स पे जितना टाइम अलॉटेड था उसमें भी चर्चा में भाग नहीं लिया, तो ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज के लिए बहुत नुकसानदायक सत्र रहा है, मगर देश और सरकार के लिए बहुत फायदेमंद सत्र रहा है।
Kiran Rijiju is the person who should be called as unparliamentary affairs minister. He has demolished parliamentary standard, parliamentary behavior, parliamentary decency also. He has bulldozed the 13 bills has been passed in Lok Sabha without any kind of discussion from opposition. 240 MPs are protesting and you are bulldozing these kind of things. I wanted to tell to Mr. Kiran Reju what happened to Mr. Modi's government in 2024. People reduced, this is same attitude was there for Modi's government. From 303 people reduced to 240. In that 240 also, 42 are vote chori seats also. People will throw them out because of their arrogance and they will be reduced to double-digit numbers in the next parliament.
So let's open this up and go across to our guests. We have Jasmine Sandhawalia, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us, along with Dr. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst. Dr. Muni, opposition just did not allow the House to function. Out of 124 hours, only 37 hours of work done. Several bills passed without any participation from the opposition, without any discussion. For what?
You know, Swati ji, I remember once Arun Jaitley in 2012 said that there are occasions when an obstruction in Parliament brings greater benefits to the country. This is one such time when the obstruction in Parliament brings accountability to the governance. Just imagine the way 130th Amendment Bill was passed. When you have given all the powers to the government or the Prime Minister through ED and CBI, he can break away any faction or put any Chief Minister inside jail and break away the government, topple the government altogether. So, you know, government cannot escape from its responsibility just by blaming opposition for frequent disruptions. And these quotes are not mine. These quotes are BJP people. Arun Jaitley, Sushma Swaraj, these quotes are of them. So today when they're in government, the arrogance has gone so up.
So now you are following BJP's footsteps. So is the opposition now following what BJP did when it was in the opposition?
See, I'm just quoting the hypocrisy of Bharatiya Janata Party. And I have all the rights to do that. And it is not the Congress who is following BJP. Had the Congress followed BJP, we have been not a secular party. Congress is a secular party. First. Second point is that regarding the derailment, you know how the SIR has been done. Even the Honorable Supreme Court has raised concerns. Even
the Honorable Supreme Court has not scrapped the exercise, Dr. Akashdeep Muni. The Honorable Supreme Court asked the Election Commission to provide details. To provide details to which the Election Commission agreed has been giving a point-by-point rebuttal to the opposition. The individual on whose data the Congress party relied on for Maharashtra and alleged manipulation has already apologized and said, you know, I misread the data. Despite that, the opposition or the Congress party never apologized for the same. Now let's bring in Jasmine Sandhawalia. I'll come back to you for a counter. Jasmine Sandhawalia, it's the government's responsibility to ensure that the House functions. You should have taken the opposition into confidence. You are also equally responsible, according to the opposition, because you made sure that no discussion happens on SIR, and the opposition made sure that if there's no discussion on SIR, nothing else can take place.
Well, let me begin by saying that Parliament is a house of a temple of democracy, and opposition also has to play a very responsible role. After all, they are representing India, their constituencies, and to have an obstinate behavior, that is what they're practicing. The Gandhis and the Congress and the opposition, unfortunately, is getting into confrontation where there is no need for a confrontation. There can be a healthy debate on any subject. Now, when they move the Supreme Court, the Congress moved the Supreme Court on SIR, and the Supreme Court on a hands down said that the Aadhaar card and these things will be taken into account. And again, they moved the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that, and it addressed their issues. So what was the point in creating so much of chaos and an uproar in the Parliament? After all, in a 21-day session, the Lok Sabha has only functioned for 37 hours and the Rajya Sabha has worked for 41 hours. They are entirely responsible for behaving in such a cahoot way. They should understand that a responsible opposition should raise up questions. Out of 419 starred questions, only 55 got addressed in 21 days. That is 38.8 productivity of the Parliament. So to just accuse the BJP that we are trying to curtail the parliament is wrong, is absolutely wrong. They need to come out of their mindset that in a living democracy, they have a responsible role to play. They can raise up their voices. But for heaven's sake, on SIR, don't stop the entire process.
Dr. Muni, the opposition is so upset that they also boycotted the Tea Party that was called for by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Prime Minister said that this is nothing but insecurity of the Gandhi Parivar that shows. The fact that young speakers of the Congress party were not allowed to speak, present their views because Rahul Gandhi is insecure.
See, this comment is laughable and it comes from the Honorable Prime Minister is shocking. But the biggest question that the opposition is asking, and they have given proofs. Rahul Gandhi ji showed that in 8 by 10 rooms, 80 voters are registered. It's all fake. In a brewery, 60 people were registered. On one seat in Kerala, BJP won. A woman said that 9 people registered in one home. But I am the only person staying here. All these examples are coming up, but because Bihar is being discussed these days, let me tell you something. Bhiku Bhai Dalsania, BJP Bihar State General Secretary, he voted for Amit Bhai in Lok Sabha in Gujarat, and he will vote in Bihar to BJP in Vidhan Sabha election. How can this happen? Your vote is one place and you come here and vote in another. This is a very open and short case. Nirmala Devi, she's a mayor. She has voted in 2 places.
Yes, and all the more reason, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, if there are irregularities, all the more reason to conduct these exercises. You will not talk about Ranju Devi. Ranju Devi, when she was fact-checked and told that, you know, not just your name, but the names of your family members is also there in the electoral roll, she said, oh, I was misled. Talk about Ranju Devi as well. Talk about Sanjay Kapoor, who said that he misread the data.
I'm not talking about single cases. I'm talking about big cases.
Yes, and I'm saying if there are irregularities, then there's all the more reason to conduct such an exercise, isn't it?
After conducting of SIR, still in Muzaffarpur in Bihar, one house has 279 votes. How? And you say that SIR is right. Okay, let me talk about what BJP says regarding SIR also. Now you're talking about SIR, let me fact check.
Okay,
now,
one second, Dr. Akashdeep Muni, 1 second. Now, let's come back to the issue. I understand what you're saying about SIR. That's something that the opposition has been raising. Rahul Gandhi through his voter Adhikar Yatra in Bihar as well, on Sadak in Sansad. But for SIR, you've made it clear that you are going to hold the parliament to ransom and not allow anything else to take place. The bills were passed, no discussion happens.
Is this responsible behavior of the opposition?
Dr. Muni.
There are serious concerns. And what the Bharatiya Janata Party says, it's outstandingly obnoxious. Just imagine, till date, they are saying that Bangladeshis and Rohingyas are in the SIR. Chalo, theek hai. It's a lie. The Election Commission of India, in the 700-page affidavit submitted to the Honorable Supreme Court, did not include any claims that foreign nationals from Bangladesh or Rohingyas were found during the special intensive revision in Bihar. Not a single BLO of BJP amongst thousands of them have complained on for foreign voters in Bihar elections. Section 7 was not submitted. Form 7 was not submitted. Now, these things are really, raising big concerns.
Okay.
That one person has one vote. This is the
so why
only
didn't the BLAs inform the Election Commission about the objections? Because bulletin after bulletin that was released by the Election Commission, number of complaints received through the BLAs was 0. It was not registered. Jasmine Sandawalia, however, the opposition says it's convenient for the BJP. You anyways never wanted a discussion on SIR. So you blamed it on the opposition saying, see, they're creating ruckus. They don't want to listen to us.
You see, it is so easy for them to blame us since we are the ruling party. The Congress and the opposition has to understand that they had an opportunity to raise up this issue. They moved the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court addressed the issues hands-on. The Supreme Court has categorically said that the names of the deleted people will be published, and if anybody has any objections, it will be addressed. They can move the election commission. So this was a resolved issue, but unfortunately, because of the Bihar elections and knowing that the Congress is going to be not doing too well in Bihar, look at the dismissal performance in the last assembly elections. This was totally a doodah moment for them. The Gandhis wanted to encash that, knowing that they are going to be losing. This was an exercise in advance
has been prepared.
So that
a narrative or a backup plan has been prepared before the elections.
Yes,
that's what you're saying. All right, Jasmine Sandawali and Dr. Muni, thank you very much for joining us in the broadcast. That's the time we have for the debate. Thank you for joining in.